throughout the Summer League, there's been up and down play from, Dalen Terry and his shooting to Julian Phillips kind of not really impacting the game in his first game, even though he's come around. And Dalen Terry's been very solid as well as everything in the game other than shooting. There's been one player on the Chicago Bulls Summer League team that has been the most consistent, and that is Javon Freeman-Liberty. We're going to talk about on tonight's episode why Javon Freeman-Liberty has earned a two-way contract. We're going to get into all that and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host here, Haize. You guys can follow the channel right off the top at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform that we're on. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and get into the content for tonight. It's even later because I've been staying up watching the Summer League game, but I do want to say this. We're going to talk about Javon Freeman-Liberty tonight. And in 3 games for the Chicago Bulls in their Summer League roster, he's averaged over 20 points per game, over 50% shooting from the field, and over 50% shooting from three-point range as well. In those games, also, he's averaging 6 rebounds per game as a 6'4" guard on top of 4.5 assists per game. Javon Freeman-Liberty is absolutely balling. That's it. There's no questions, ifs, ands, or buts about it. Javon Freeman-Liberty is balling. And considering the Chicago Bulls, who, yes, are guard heavy, but can use a scoring punch off the bench, especially as some Bulls fans think that Kobe White is going to be the starting point guard. I still think that Javon Carter will, but for an extra scoring punch, Javon Freeman-Liberty is shaping up to be there. Now, of course, the caveat, it's Summer League. Do we expect Summer League stats to translate one for one to the NBA? Hell no. But what Javon Freeman-Liberty has shown in his growth since the last year he played in Summer League and last year in the G League is an added poise, an understanding on how to get his shot off a little bit better. Keep in mind, Javon Freeman-Liberty averaging over 20 points per game his last year in college as well. The guy can score the ball. But it's not just the scoring that's been really kind of the surprising factor of Javon Freeman-Liberty. It's the activity, right? Especially when you look at a team that at times has guys on this team that just cannot shoot the ball. They hesitate. Wide open shots. They miss it, whatever else. Javon Freeman-Liberty is not going to hesitate to shoot that shot. But outside of just that, he's getting assists. He's getting rebounds. He's being active. He's getting steals. And yes, he's not by any means going to be a lockdown defender and maybe not even a plus defender initially. But when you look at the Chicago Bulls trying to get the most value out of the money that they have, especially considering a team that is not spending to the luxury tax, Javon Freeman-Liberty may present a low-cost, high-upside option for the Chicago Bulls. Is he going to play a lot initially? With Billy Bubblegum Donovan, one would naturally say no. But you never know, especially if injury bug hits, anything like that. I love the way that JFL has been playing for the Chicago Bulls, and I think that when you look at, his makeup, the style of guard that he is, we keep talking about these other teams and how they find talent late in the draft or undrafted free agents, things like that. You want to invest in that where you can. And while the Chicago Bulls right now have all 3 of their two-way contracts kind of taken up, Adama Sanago, Terry Taylor has one, and then also Justin Lewis, right? But ultimately, Terry Taylor may be a bit redundant for the Chicago Bulls, especially when you look at Julian Phillips, who also shined in the Summer League game, shooting the ball 3 from 3 from three-point range, really taking a look at what his biggest negative was on the scouting report and turning it at least last night into a positive. But all that aside, we'll have another video on Julian Phillips at some point. Today we're talking about Javon Freeman-Liberty. And I think personally, while I was a little bit down on Javon Freeman-Liberty and even looking at a player like Carlik Jones, who has a partially guaranteed deal that the Bulls can get out of they just have to make a decision on it by October 16th. I tell you what, there may be a camp battle for that last spot. And Javon Freeman-Liberty, while I don't think he's just going to be handed it, if he comes in to training camp and wows and shows and some things, the Bulls absolutely could look to make an alteration there. Yes, I know Carlik Jones was the G League MVP, all of that, yes. And Javon Freeman-Liberty is showing out in Summer League, which we know, again, those stats don't translate one for one. But the way and poise that he's played with, the upside he's played with, the size that he has that Carlik Jones does not, I want to see the Bulls at least invest in Javon Freeman-Liberty, because if they don't, a team is going to come knocking real quick for Javon Freeman-Liberty, and we do not want to let another player go that we had in our system for over a year and let another team come in and reap the benefits of that, in my opinion. What are your thoughts on Javon Freeman-Liberty? Do you think that it's just a flash in the pan, that this poise and stuff that he's shown, this improvement, is not going to be something that you can bet on? Or do you think the Bulls need to try to take a chance on a 23-year-old player that they have had in their system now for over a year? Let me know your thoughts on that down below. Make sure you're following the show at Bulls Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullscentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, you can leave a text message and our voicemail for the show. The number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related because of you guys. And like to end every episode on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See you right if you can, y'all. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.